We've spent over close to $2 million in the last 2 years in energy initiatives here on the campus, with all guaranteed savings coming out of the savings we find in our utility loan. What we're standing in front of now is some of our LED retrofits and some of our light fixtures we did along the interior walkways of the campus. It's a college that feels safe, makes the college look better, so the student experience is improved, but also the big one is by keeping costs down, we hope to keep tuition down, making it affordable for all of our community to come here. When I saw the numbers and the return on investments with the savings potentially for me, and a no-risk venture into this measurement and verification and guaranteed savings, I had nothing to lose.
With the continuing reduction in capital funding support from the state, we're going to have to be much more creative in finding partnerships to fund the sort of basic infrastructure improvements that colleges need to operate sustainably and economically in the future. And these are the kinds of programs that we need to find. We wouldn't have considered them as seriously as we did after MacDonald-Miller made their presentation, largely because we were concerned about the amount of money that the college itself would have to commit. But I think they were able to demonstrate to us that the projects actually had a return on investment that would work for the college.
We were fortunate enough to win the Office Building of the Year in 2011, a second time in 2012. Went on to win the regional category, and that's quite an accomplishment for a facility that's only 6-7 years old.
We're running a lot more efficient than we were before. We're running one boiler instead of sometimes 3 in the middle of winter. And so there's our cost savings there.
So we really cut out a lot of our energy use, and it drove our performance of this building from a 91, which was pretty excellent in terms of Energy Star score, to a 98.
Well, you know, I'm really excited to work with them because it's a great team, and they're not thinking about the excuses that this won't work here. They're thinking about how do we improve, how does this work for our facility? And we talk about this big picture of saving the planet and not putting pollutants into the atmosphere. This is the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, initially there's skepticism until you go through and do all the evaluation and make sure that you know, the guarantees are there, the rebates are real, the energy savings can be documented. Put all that together and you know, you do your due diligence, and man, this is a no-brainer. You know, obviously as a CFO, you've got a lot of demands on your time, and sometimes just basically creating the bandwidth to evaluate a program like this kind of slides to the back burner. And so I would just say, hey, listen to the proposal, give it an evaluation. I think you'll find that it'd be a very worthwhile endeavor, both in your time and to help your organization.
And then you see all these kids and families and people from the community just so happy to come into their new library building. They're open, they're inviting, they're warm, there's plenty of light. We're using high efficiency LED lighting in most all the building. So we got 3 green roofs we're doing to help preserve the roof and the water runoff from the roofs. So granted, some of our initial upfront costs are a little more, but the payback in the long run is really making a difference for us.
If we put a project in for you and we're not making the savings that we agree, we write you a check at the end of the day. So from the financial perspective of the university, it's really a very low-risk opportunity as far as the savings goes.
So we took a project that was going to happen for Building 4 and enhanced it, brought some additional energy components and strategies to it, which allowed us to leverage those dollars so that we could then accomplish another almost $1 million worth of energy projects on the campus.
Right now we're getting ready to partner with them on an energy upgrade, a little over $1 million project. I'm really excited about that.
You feel like when they step on foot on the property, you feel like that they're one of your employees for the duration of the time that you have them. It has sustained our relationship, and frankly I wouldn't use anyone else.
We've had a tremendous amount of success over the years. They are a great partner, and it starts with people like Gus in the office and it rolls all the way down to their superintendents in the field.
All the MacDonald-Miller techs, the president, controls, you know, all of them. They've all been excellent.
They actually backed up what they said. You know, no company's perfect, everybody makes mistakes, but when somebody makes a mistake and you can go to them and resolve that issue, that says, you volumes about the integrity of the company.
I like what I do for my job, and I get to come home at the end of the day, look in the mirror and say, hey, we did good today.